Today's topic is representation of rational numbers on the number line. Chapter 1, Rational Numbers. Here in the first case, you can see a number line. It indicates the natural numbers. The natural numbers start from 1. They keep on increasing on the right side. Mind well, they don't increase randomly. They increase at regular intervals. The arrow indicates that they are extended up to infinity. In the second case, you can see the number line of whole numbers. The whole numbers begin from 0 and they keep on increasing at regular intervals. The arrow indicates that the numbers are extended up to infinity. Here is the representation of rational numbers on the number line. Let me clarify certain concepts. What does 0 represent? 0 represents the whole number. What do 1 and minus 1 represent? 1 is a positive integer and minus 1 is a negative integer. What do half and minus half represent? Half is a positive rational number and minus half is a negative rational number. Why are they rational numbers? Because they can be represented in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Let me clarify that for every positive integer, there is a corresponding negative integer. It means 1 will have its corresponding negative integer minus 1. So, every rational number will have its corresponding negative rational number. Here, half is a positive rational number and its corresponding negative rational number is minus half. So, if we manage to plot half on a number line on the right side, then we can find a point on the left side of 0 at the same distance from 0 and mark it as minus half. Let us plot two rational numbers, half and minus half on the number line. Now, when the numerator is less than the denominator, the rational number will always lie between 0 and 1. Here, 1 is less than 2. Hence, the rational number half will lie between 0 and 1. Now, the question arises, into how many parts will the number line between 0 and 1 be divided into? It is very simple. Look at the denominator. The denominator is 2. Therefore, the number line between 0 and 1 will be divided into 2 equal parts. Now, what does the numerator 1 represent? The numerator 1 represents the first part from 0 on the right. Hence, encircle the first part from 0 towards the right and mark it as half. Now, I already told you that every positive rational number has its corresponding negative rational number. So, how will we plot minus half on the number line? You have to repeat the same procedure. Take two equal parts between 0 and minus 1 and mark the first part from 0 towards the left. This time you have to mark towards the left because we are taking the negative rational number. So, mark the first part towards the left and plot it as minus 1 by 2 and circle minus 1 by 2. Thus, we have plotted half and minus half on the number line. To represent 1 by 3, the number line may be divided into 3 equal parts. Here, you have to clarify certain crucial concepts. The first concept is, where will this rational number 1 by 3 lie? In between. It will lie in between 0 and 1. Why? Because the numerator is less than the denominator, then it will lie between 0 and 1. The second concept is, how many parts will the number line be divided between 0 and 1? For that, you have to look at the denominator. The denominator is 3. Therefore, the number line between 0 and 1 will be divided into 3 equal parts. What does the number 1 in the numerator represent? The numerator 1 represents the first part from 0, that is 1 by 3. Now what is the second part from 0? It is 2 by 3. And the third part from 0 is 3 by 3. So the number line between 0 and 1 is divided into 3 equal parts. After 3 by 3, you can see the numerator is bigger than the denominator. Hence, it is lying outside 1. It is lying after 1, or it can be represented as the mixed number. Any number after 1 is not a proper fraction. It is improper fraction. So, as far as when the fraction or the rational number is of the form where P is less than Q, then it will lie between 0 and 1. The number line is extended as 4 by 3, 5 by 3, 6 by 3. What does 6 by 3 represent? It represents 2, which is a natural number. So, as we have already learned that all rational numbers are also natural numbers. Then 7 by 3, 8 by 3, 9 by 3. 9 by 3 is simplified as 3 on the number line. But here we are representing 1 by 3. So, we have to encircle 1 by 3. To represent 3 by 8, the number line may be divided into 8 equal parts. Again, I will ask you 3 questions. The first question is, what does the fraction 3 by 8 represent? Is it a proper fraction? Is the numerator less than the denominator? If the numerator is less than the denominator, then where will the rational number lie? The numerator is less than the denominator. Therefore, the rational number will lie between 0 and 1. What does the denominator represent? The denominator represents the number of equal parts into which the number line between 0 and 1 will be divided. Here the denominator is 8. Therefore, the number line between 0 and 1 will be divided into 8 equal parts. What does the numerator 3 represent? The numerator 3 represents the third part from 0. And you have to encircle the third part from 0, that is 3 by 8. The first part from 0 is 1 by 8, the second is 2 by 8, and the third is 3 by 8. As you have to represent 3 by 8, therefore encircle 3 by 8. Now we are going to represent minus 7 by 4 on the number line. Now this representation will be slightly different from the previous one. Why? Because here the numerator is greater than the denominator. Minus 7 is greater than 4. The second thing is, here the rational number is the negative rational number. So it is going to be plotted on the left side of 0. So take a number line. Mark 0 on the number line. Now divide the number line between 0 and minus 1 into 4 equal parts. Why 4 equal parts? because the denominator is 4. Start from the first part as minus 1 by 4. The second part minus 2 by 4. The third part minus 3 by 4. And the last part is minus 4 by 4 in between 0 and minus 1. Now notice that minus 4 by 4 is also minus 1. After minus 4 by 4, we are going to plot again 4 equal parts between minus 1 and minus 2. Every time between the two integers, you are going to make 4 equal parts. Now we already reached minus 4 by 4. We will extend the number line. After minus 4 by 4, we will write minus 5 by 4 and then minus 6 by 4, then minus 7 by 4 and finally minus 8 by 4. What is minus 8 by 4? It is the integer minus 2. Now as our numerator is greater than the denominator, it is always beyond minus 1. All the proper rational numbers will be between 0 and minus 1, and those which are having the numerator greater than the denominator will lie beyond minus 1. We have already reached minus 7 by 4. So we will plot minus 7 by 4 on the number line and encircle it. Thus we have represented minus 7 by 4 on the number line. Here we are going to find three rational numbers between minus 2 and 0. Minus 2 is an integer. We are going to convert it into the form p by q, which is a form of rational number. For that, we will divide minus 2 by 1 and bring 1 in the denominator. Thus, we have converted the integer minus 2 into a rational number form. Similarly, 0 is a whole number. We will write it in the form of rational number as 0 upon 1. By writing 1 in the denominator, we have converted 0 into a rational number 0 upon 1, that is a p upon q form of rational number. Now the second step is you have to convert minus 2 by 1 and 0 by 1 into equivalent fractions where the denominators are equal. How can we do it? We have to multiply minus 2 by 1 by 10 both in numerator and denominator. On doing so, we get minus 20 by 10. Similarly, we have to multiply the rational number 0 by 1 by 10 both in numerator and denominator, and subsequently we will get the rational number 0 by 10. Now did you notice that the denominators are equal in minus 20 by 10 as well as in 0 by 10? Both are having the same denominator. Now we have to write three rational numbers between minus 20 by 10 and 0 by 10. It is very simple. You can start by taking different integers in the numerator like minus 19, minus 18, minus 17, minus 16. The denominators will be same. Did you notice that the integers in the numerator are in increasing order? It means they are going on the right side of the number line. Therefore, minus 18 is greater than minus 19. When we move towards the right side of the number line, the rational numbers that we get will be always greater than the previous rational number. Thus, we got three rational numbers between minus 2 and 0. Let us find 10 rational numbers between minus 5 by 6 and 5 by 8. Here you can see that the denominators are different. They are 6 and 8. We will convert them into equal denominators. How will we do it? We will take an LCM of 6 and 8. As you can see here, the LCM of 6 and 8 is 24. So first convert minus 5 by 6 into an equivalent fraction where the denominator is 24. How will we do it? We will multiply both the numerator and denominator by 4. Therefore, we'll get the denominator 24 and the numerator minus 20. Similarly, convert 5 by 8 into a fraction where the denominator is 24. For that, you will multiply 5 by 8 into 3, both in numerator and denominator. By doing so, we get 15 by 24. Did you notice that the denominators have become equal? Once the denominators have become equal, you can find the 10 rational numbers between minus 5 by 6 and 5 by 8. They are minus 19 by 24, minus 18 by 24, minus 17 by 24, and so on. Here, the numerators are changing and they are in between minus 20 and 15. The denominators are the same. Now let us find three rational numbers between 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. For that we have to find the mean of these two rational numbers. Now let us recall. What is the mean? Now for example, let us take two numbers 4 and 6 and find its mean. We have to add these numbers and divide it by 2. On adding 4 and 6, we get 10. And on dividing by 2, we get 5. It means all the time if we want to find a mean, we have to divide it by 2. Now let us move to our example. In our example, we have the rational numbers 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. So we will add them and divide them by 2. As you can see, the denominators are different. So we will convert 1 by 2 into an equivalent fraction where the denominator will be 4. For that, we have to multiply both the numerator and denominator by 2. On doing so, you get 2 by 4. Now we can add 1 by 4 and 2 by 4 as the denominators are same. On adding them, we get 3 by 4. Here we have added the numerator 1 plus 2 and we obtain 3 by 4. Now to find the mean, we will divide it by 2. When we divide a rational number by another rational number, we have to put the sign of multiplication and take the reciprocal of the second rational number. What is the reciprocal of 2? The reciprocal of 2 is 1 by 2. On multiplying these two rational numbers, we get in the numerator 3 and in the denominator 8. Now look on the number line. 3 by 8 is in between 1 by 4 and half. Therefore, 1 by 4 is less than 3 by 8, which is again less than half. Now, again we will find a rational number between 1 by 4 and 3 by 8. How can we do it? We have to again find the mean of the two rational numbers 1 by 4 and 3 by 8. How will we do it? First, we will add these two rational numbers and then divide them by 2. As you can see, the denominators of these two rational numbers are different. So, we are going to convert the denominator 4 into 8 by multiplying 1 by 4 both in numerator and denominator by 2. On doing so, we get the denominator 8 and in the numerator we get 2. 2 by 8 plus 3 by 8 is equal to 5 by 8. Now we will find the mean. For that we will divide it by 2. On dividing by 2, you have to take the reciprocal of 2 and put the sign of multiplication. The reciprocal of 2 is 1 by 2. Mind well that we have to take only the reciprocal of the second rational number and not the first rational number. So, be careful that you don't commit that mistake. Again, I repeat, you have to take the reciprocal of the second rational number, that is, you have to take the reciprocal of 2. 5 by 8 into 1 by 2 is equal to 5 by 16. You can see it on the number line. 5 by 16 lies in between the two rational numbers 1 by 4 and 3 by 8. Thus, we found two rational numbers between 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. You can even find in the same with the same procedure the third rational number. But this procedure is easier when the number of rational numbers to be found are less. Otherwise, the previous method will be more comfortable. Let us find 5 rational numbers greater than minus 3. Minus 3 is an integer. It is also a rational number, but it is not at present in the form p by q. So our first step will be to convert minus 3 in the form p by q. How can we do it? We have to divide minus 3 by 1. Once it is converted in the form minus 3 by 1, which is a rational number, the next step is to find an equivalent rational number. How can we find an equivalent rational number? We are going to multiply it by 10 both in numerator and denominator. On doing so, we get minus 30 by 10. Now, it becomes easier for us to find 5 rational numbers greater than minus 30 by 10. As you can see, the 5 rational numbers greater than minus 30 by 10 are minus 29 by 10, minus 15 by 10, and so on. Did you notice that we are moving towards the right side on the number line? What does it indicate? When we move towards the right side on the number line, we get a number greater than the previous number. So as you can see in the numerator, we are moving on the right side. So we get an integer in the numerator greater than a previous integer. Thus, minus 15 by 10 will be greater than minus 29 by 10 and so on.